am I doing?
Yeah.
Ah, there we go. Going on the bed.
So let's update you on where we're at. Alex has been here for the last week or so. You've been dealing with a few problems. So why don't you tell them the couple of things that have happened this week we've had to deal with, problem-wise, that we've had to tackle.
We mentioned the radiator, right?
Yeah, that's happened when we last moved in.
Yeah, so I handily took the radiator off the wall like a champ, and then realised I didn't know what I was doing, so I couldn't put it back on. So the plumber came round, fitted the new radiator, which I picked up.
Yep.
And there was a deal on that if you bought a radiator, you got free radiator valves, so that was good. So we've got a whole new one in. Nice, it's over there. That's why I'm looking.
Yeah, I'll show you it.
And then the plumber left, and as I was leaving to come home last night, I thought, oh, check the boiler, check everything's all right. I noticed the pressure had dropped from like 2.1 bars to 1. That's not good, there's a leak somewhere. Then I realised that underneath the boiler was just a big puddle of water.
Uh-oh, Alex rang me a bit distraught while he was like, I was just about to leave.
Yeah, it was like 5:15. It's like, I want to get home, I need to walk Roxy, I need to have dinner. I also hadn't drunk any water.
But I was a great wife, and I walked Roxy and made dinner.
You did, he was good. So the plumber just came now and said that looks like it's been dripping for a while, or there's been an issue inside, because you can see that it's quite rusty, even though it looks like quite a new boiler. And there's like a pool of rusty water at, like the bottom of the plastic container for the boiler.
Which is a good thing, because Alex had beaten himself up that he had somehow done the cause of the problem with the radiator.
So I'm still not convinced that
it's definitely
make it
not
worse,
you.
But
no, because radiators don't just develop holes and rust from you turning the heating on.
Yeah, it's annoying because they're like, oh, we had a gas safety thing. I was like, oh, at least the boiler's all checked, but I don't think it wasn't. But this is
part of it. Well, what have you done this week? You've been painting in here.
Yeah. So he said he's coming back next week. Today's Friday, so
yeah. I decided I'm going to come at least once a week to help.
Yes.
Which hopefully should get the momentum going, because there's two of us.
Yeah.
Alex has been painting in here.
I didn't bring the screwdriver again. What?
Why do you need a screwdriver for?
To take the curtain rails off.
I asked you if you had a screwdriver.
I do, but I don't have this. It needs to be really long. 2 days in a row, I put it by the door to take with me.
Uh-oh.
So annoying.
So he's painted the walls in Wimborne white, and we're doing the woodwork in Lulworth blue, because when you go on Farrow & Ball's website they tell you what colours match each other, and Lulworth blue is the colour we use for our bedroom for the woodwork. And I saw this picture on Pinterest and I was like, oh my gosh, that's going to be so cool for one of the rooms. As soon as I saw a lot of this woodwork, I was just like, that's going to be cool if we paint some of it colours, because there's old pine and then there's new pine, and new pine doesn't look very nice, old pine does. So we're going to leave any old pine on display, and then the new skirting and well, it's not new, but it's probably put in I feel like this pine looks like it was put in the 90s or noughties or something. That will paint, because I just think that should be painted. So we're doing blue skirting and all the woodwork, and then white walls. And Wimborne white is nice because it's basically like a creamy white rather than a bright, brilliant white. And this is our first room we're doing because it's the easiest. We have a plasterer coming at the weekend just to have a little look, and so we need to plaster the popcorn ceilings and get them sorted, and then an electrician.
Does anyone else call it popcorn?
Yes, that's a term that people use. I think anyway. And then we need an electrician to come and sort the wall lights. So there's a wall light in the middle, and so we thought we may as well just put them either side of the bed.
Yeah.
And then
don't touch that.
The wall lights in the top floor, we can change those. Alex got a great bargain on Facebook Marketplace for some lovely Victorian lights, which suit the property really well. And then
do you want me to bring them in?
No, they're not. They're at home. Or did you bring them? No, you brought them.
Yeah.
Oh, I can show you them.
Yeah.
So there's 4 of those. So we figured they could go upstairs, because there's 6 lights upstairs, but 2 of them I really don't think you need, because they're hidden. So I think those should just be cut off, and then those 4 go up there, and then these 2 we can get some different ones. I also got some amazing lamps from Facebook, which I can show you as well. We've actually got a kind of a collection of bits I'll show you actually at home from Facebook. And we're doing a mixture of Facebook and brands we love, and just trying to do it on a budget and getting on with it. So today I feel like me and Alex hopefully should just get loads of painting done in here. I think maybe I could start with painting the blue and you carry on with the white.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted to paint this?
Yeah, we also need to paint the wardrobe. Not 100% sure what colour yet to go for, whether to go for blue as well so it feels like it's built in. But the thing is it's not built in because I have these pictures of built in, but will it just not look like that because it's not built in? It's a freestanding wardrobe, so we'll see how we get on. Let me show you the radiator and the paint. So here's our very exciting radiator. This is
top of the line.
This is what I mean about that. Looks like old pine to me. You're in the way.
Oh yeah.
That looks nice and old, so I think that would be cute if we left it.
I wanted to leave the door at least, but I wasn't sure.
Oh, actually, I don't know whether that would be quite cute if it was blue. We'll think about it. I love the handle though. This is the wardrobe. Great pine wardrobe, but it's no orangey pine. This is the fireplace, which definitely needs to be painted. I was either thinking that you paint all of it black or you do it for a colour. I think it would look good in a colour. This archway is kind of confusing me because part of me just thinks we should just get rid of it because I really hate how they didn't do it in line with the wall. Like, why have they done it inset? And then it's got like an LED strip light inside, which I think we need to get rid of, which is a bit strange. But we have a lovely ceiling rose.
I painted a coat on that.
Yeah. And Roxy's going to be a helping hand, aren't you? Here are the lights that we got. These were £40 for all four, so £10 each. And these are real brass, aren't they? Yeah.
Apparently.
Real brass, Victorian lights. Like, oh my God. This was from Jim Lawrence. They'd be like £80, £90,
That's why
150 quid each.
It was an hour drive from here to get them, but that's why. Of course not. No, they won't be here. Snazzy.
They'll be upstairs, but they're similar vibe. Really glad we did the door. I really like that. That looks really cool. And I think I'm gonna maybe do the fireplace next as a big job done and then do all the skirting. That's the harder job, like all the fiddly bits, because I'm not sure whether we're gonna paint the other side. Oh, I haven't done that bit. Like doing the fiddly bit in there that probably in hindsight maybe that didn't need to be painted, but I don't know. It's hard to like stop or decide where to stop. The issue is obviously there's lots of architrave that's not been painted, lots of skirting everywhere. So if you start, it becomes quite intense. But I just think it looks a bit like unfinished because it's not old wood. It just looks like it's got paint all over it. So I don't know. I feel like we should paint it, but Alex might disagree. Unsure about what to paint the hallway. Maybe if we did the hallway, we would just paint everything the same colour so we wouldn't have to do any cutting in because it needs painting, because look at that. I finished painting the blue. Had a slight meltdown that it looked like a nursery. Because I was looking at it, I was like, wait, is this like a nursery with all the blue? Because we've got the blue fireplace. But the vibe is seaside, pastels, very like Victorian, like traditional. So I think once the furniture's in, it's not going to be like kids stuff. So it won't look like that. I'll obviously think about like other colours too, so it's not loads of blue. So I'll probably think of like reds and pinks and greens that offset the blue. Like I'm thinking probably a nice throw on the bed that's got like red in it, and same with the pillows, because I always think that red and green go really well with blue in a room. Maybe like a Persian rug as well that's gonna ground the floor, that will also bring some colour in and make it feel a bit more sophisticated, not so childlike. But then we've got this in our bedroom, and our bedroom does not feel like a nursery. I'm gonna paint this wardrobe now. This little chicken is getting fed up. Have you fed her?
No.
I brought her food. Go give her some food.
I was in the car, I saw it.
Yeah, Bobby, some dinner? Bobby? Do some dinner? Daddy, go get your dinner?
Dinner? Dinner?
Go with Daddy. She's like, I don't trust you.
Dinner?
Here she comes. Last update for the day. One coat onto this wardrobe has actually made such a big difference. I don't remember if I said that or not. And I feel like if I did 1 or 2 more coats and just sort of sanded it a bit, it would look really cool. Alex is just doing a bit of cutting in so that when he comes back on Sunday, it's just like the ceiling. And then there's like 1 coat on everything, I think. I'm coming round to the blue now. I think that it doesn't look like a nursery once like I'm actually really thinking about it. I also did paint that door around the corner, which Alex is in front of, because we decided it did look better blue.
Correct.
Yeah. I did put a little time lapse. Alex did a little time lapse. I'll put a picture because I can't get around there very easily because of the wardrobe. But it's very satisfying when you make this much progress, when you feel like, oh gosh, there's so much of the house to do. I said to Alex, as long as we get 1 room that feels like an achievement done, this is the easiest room because it's just painting. We'll feel so much better. Then once the electrician comes and sorts the lights, we can put the lights up and we'll feel like, and we can put like nice things and get it done in here. Got to get some curtains. I'm thinking for all the rooms, just going for something maybe simple. Just like, in case we ever did redecorate or like change things up, just maybe some like kind of natural linen-y coloured curtains, especially because I think being by the sea, I want the vibe to be kind of like rustic and natural and relaxing when people stay. So I think that would look really good. And I'm just, honestly, being in this room, it's so nice. Like the sun is setting, the gulls are like... Have
you seen that seagull nest behind the chimney there?
Oh yeah. They're all just hanging out. You can see St Michael's Mount behind that seagull. There's little cats walking down the street. It's such a lovely place to be. Good morning. We're going to Newland today. I haven't been this week yet. I think Alex has finished the bedroom, so I'll show you that if he hasn't filmed anything. So pretty sure it's finished being painted. And then Alex is going to be removing the wallpaper from the hallway downstairs, and we have a plasterer coming on Friday, so we were going to remove that wallpaper so that if there's any damage to the plaster underneath, he can fix it, because we showed you the damage that was done from the leak. And yeah, it's nice that we're making progress, having a plasterer come. Hopefully the electrician will come soon. We need to do the lights. We made an order for a few lights last night on Wayfair, and then there's one that we want to pick up from Facebook Marketplace, and then I think we need to order some curtains. I did actually realise that originally I was like, I want to make some curtains, and then I looked online and I was like, well actually they're quite affordable. I found a few, but now I'm thinking that the lengths actually on those websites aren't long enough, so I need to go back to the drawing board with that one and have a little think about the curtains, because yeah, I need to basically go and measure up. Okay, so it's looking pretty good in here, Bobby. walls are pretty much nearly done. I can see though that cutting in needs more.
I know. I ran out of paint. The new paint is being delivered imminently today.
The blue looks so nice with the black, and the first thing I'm noticing is how much better the floor looks, like how lovely the floor looks with this blue colour. So complementary. Got maybe a little bit of filling to do.
A couple of...
Bit of filling, bit of touching up, but I love this colour choice. Can you close the door? I want to see. Oops. And then this is going to need probably maybe 1 or 2 more coats, but that's looking good too. Yeah, it looks so nice because it's like not overbearing. This is such a good option if you want a colour in a room but you don't want to paint all the walls because that's a bit daunting. Paint the woodwork and it adds colour without it being overwhelming. And this is such a soft blue anyway. I'm so happy, that looks so good.
We can keep this the same colour as it is?
That's up to you. So I did just measure for the curtains and I actually think it's fine. So the longest curtain length is 228. Floor to there is 228. So I figured if you hang the curtain rail like as low as you can.
Yeah, but also yeah, it's got rings.
It's got rings, and so as long as the curtains just sit basically exactly just above here, it should only be like a centimetre or 2 off the floor, which will skim, which will be perfect. So I think Alex is going to finish painting in here because you haven't painted the ceiling at all, have you?
I did it until I ran out over there.
Yeah. And then maybe I'll just do this then.
Okay.
Because I don't know if my back can handle sanding. I'm getting like lower back pain from being pregnant.
Oh. Yeah, this is looking pretty good.
It is, yeah.
I'll move the hoover and I'll start.
I might do the top coat with that wood paint though, that we've got downstairs in the car. Because it's white wood paint and it might do better for the top coats to stop it from going yellow and stuff. Okay. Lovely.
And the plasterer just said he's coming for a look tomorrow.
Wonderful.
And is coming to do it on Friday, so I will start
wallpaper stuff downstairs. Good afternoon. Made it to Newlyn today. I've just been working this morning, but we have had some action happen in the house. So the plasterer has been in the living room and we officially don't have the Artex ceiling anymore. So he's done a really good job, it's so neat. I think he's gonna come back Sunday to finish this room and the upstairs because there's this section and then also this wall needs a little bit of a fix where we took the wallpaper off. This wall is gonna be probably another separate job he'll have to come back to do because Alex took the wallpaper off and as you can see it's pretty bad underneath and where it meets the skirting board, so that will need to be fixed. But hopefully that's not too complicated because it's just one wall. But yeah, it's nice to have like a job like this that's messy and it's like kind of stopping us from doing this room done. And then we can kind of move forwards with it. Alex has cleared quite a bit of the stuff that needs to go to the charity shop because the house did have furniture and like appliances when we moved in, but most of it wasn't quite right or quite old or we just need new versions of. Sorry, I'm moving rocks the other way. Loads of you said that you love the tiles in here and now Alex and I are like changing our mind about the tiles because originally I was just like, oh, they're like old fashioned, but maybe it's in the context of the way that the kitchen is now. And if the walls were painted and there were shelves and it was decorated nicely, maybe the tiles would look very cottagey and cute, and they're actually quite nice tiles. I've looked at them up close. They seem like really good quality tiles. So I think probably I'm going to take you guys' advice, keep the tiles because they're quirky and quaint and cute, and put some shelves up instead of the cupboards. And yeah, it's kind of nice to try and utilise what's here already and make it just that little bit more nice and use what's here in lots of ways to just embrace the cottage. Good morning, it's Saturday. Roxy's barking at people walking quietly in the village. She's actually hilarious. I've just come to Godolphin, so if you live in West Cornwall, they have a farmer's market on the Saturday and it's very cute. I've not actually been before, but I've driven past and I just realised that it's about time I start going to these farmers markets because I always see signs and I go to the farm shops, but I want to just know when they all are near me. So we're going to get some potatoes ideally, and maybe some apples if there are any apples, and just any other nice little bits. I'm hoping, because sometimes with farmers markets, you never know, sometimes it's more kind of like local, I don't know, I would assume if it's a farmers market they're going to have lots of veg and fruit. But sometimes it's like more like baked goods and local stuff, so I don't know. After we've done the farmers market, we're going to go to Newlyn. We are picking up a table today locally. The table in our kitchen is nice, but it just doesn't suit the style, so we're trying to sell the kitchen table. But we've got a pine table with 6 chairs for I think 120 quid, which is such a bargain. So we're going to collect that today. Hopefully it fits in the back of the car. The legs do screw off. And I'll also show you 2 chandeliers we managed to pick up yesterday on Facebook. One was £10 and one was 15, and the £15 one especially is so beautiful. It's ceramic and it's going to look so lovely in our bedroom that we've just decorated. So we'll take you today when we go get the table, and I'd very much recommend you look on Facebook Marketplace. Lots of people message me and ask me how I do it. The key is to just go on there every day and have in mind what it is that you need, because if you look on there just once or twice, you'll be like, there's nothing here. Luckily in Cornwall there is a great community of vintage secondhand shoppers. It's just the norm down here to shop secondhand and to buy antiques and buy things from other people for cheap. I don't know why that is. It just is such a normal community thing. Like everybody I know does it, so it's just normal. So it may be dependent on where you live, but I feel like at least in the UK there is that community of people who do use Facebook Marketplace, and it's so affordable and you get such beautiful furniture compared to buying new. I honestly hate when I have to buy new, because obviously the sustainability side of it, but also because it's just never as good quality. I think we may have to buy new sofas, maybe. We're trying to get a secondhand sofa. In fact, actually, we're going to view a sofa today to see if it's any good. It's just, you never know with sofas whether they're going to be any good or not, because they've been used. So that's probably the only thing, and maybe mattresses we'll have to get new, of course. But everything else we're keeping and painting and upcycling, buying secondhand. So that's really great. So let's go have a little look at this market, and I'm going to bring Roxy in. Hopefully she's allowed in. It's pouring with rain though. So I was like today thinking about gardening and not going to Newlyn, but because it's pouring with rain, we're going to be inside renovating. You've done quite a lot. Very good. I do think this wall's going to have to be redone, isn't it? Look at that gaping hole.
It's full of newspaper at the bottom.
Yeah, it might be that you have to take the skirting off. I think the skirting should be able to be reused though. If you scrape all the plaster off it. Don't see why not. This is looking good, nice, drying nicely.
Then when I came in this morning, I thought, I wonder if the ceiling's fallen down. I had like a vision of it.
Question is, do we keep this corner TV unit, or do we hang the TV above the fireplace? Maybe speak to Matt about if that's feasible, because it's stone.
Yeah, it's feasible. I mean, you could do it with just like one cable going, but
yeah.
Then I thought, what if you're on this sofa? Is that awkward?
Yeah.
Or could it be that, like in our house, where you lie on the sofa and you've got the perfect view?
Yeah, this is true.
Because I kind of admire the like carpentry. Describing it done against the stone.
I'm going to open this because it's getting damp in here, which is It's unlocked.
It might be locked.
So these are the gorgeous second-hand chandeliers we got. This is the first one. This was £15. So as you can see, it's beautiful ceramic with these lovely patterns, and I did think that this lovely orange colour would really complement the blue in the room. We may need to shorten the cable depending on, like, I've forgotten where the ceiling rose is, whether it's above the bed. If it's above the bed, sometimes that's fine, but yeah, you usually can adjust these for the room that it's in. But like, look how gorgeous, and the hope is that when it's up, it just looks like it's always been there. This is the other one. This is definitely more modern. This looks like a kind of replica chandelier, probably from somewhere like Wayfair or those kinds of places. But this was £10, and this will either also go in the room, so there'll be 2 chandeliers in there. I was kind of like a bit unsure about how to deal with the lighting in there, because there was a fan and a light, and it's whether to do like 2 chandeliers or have 1 chandelier and then have one kind of more like little spotlight kind of thing, because it's by where the wardrobe would be or where the chest of drawers where maybe you put your makeup on. So I don't know, I feel like we need to hold them up and see what they both look like, and if this doesn't suit in there, this can go in the living room. But yeah, gorgeous chandelier, and I think that'll look good wherever we put it. And then we did get some new lighting, because wall lights are a bit trickier to buy secondhand. Oops. So this was from Wayfair, and these are going to be the little lights that go above the bedside tables, because there is a light fitting but it's in the middle, so we're going to change it so that there's one on either side instead of one in the middle. So it's a little kind of like that, so it'll sit like this, which is so sweet, just above a bedside table. Way more practical as well, because the space on the bedside table will be freed up from having a lamp on there. Sometimes I wish we'd done that in our bedroom, because my bedside table is taken up largely by a lamp. This means you won't have to have a lamp on the bedside table, so there's more room for your phone or a drink, that kind of thing, your book. So we've got 2 of those. And then we've got 2 pendant lights from Wayfair. These originally I had in mind for the kitchen, but then I came to the kitchen and I was like, actually the lights in here are not bad. We might change them, but I don't think pendant lights are suitable just because of their positions. I'll show you. So this I thought could go in the 2, like the hallway and the landing, because pendant lights always look nice in those spots. So this is a nice glass one. So that's the hanging part, and then here's the glass. Well, they're quite small though, they could work in here. Well, I just don't think here it's going to be a bit in the way. I know you can with pendant lights hang them lower. We kind of need to like hold them in place and see. So it's a little light like this, a little glass. And fun fact, our chandelier in our kitchen is from Wayfair. I often get questions about that chandelier, like, oh my gosh, is it a vintage one? Where did you get it? Or was it there originally? Or it was from Wayfair. When we moved, we put that in straight away. The idea was that I would find a like second-hand one in the future, but it's actually turned out so well that we've kept it because it is perfect. So this is the pendant, it will hang like that. So it's got the glass. Ooh. And then I really like this is kind of industrial, it kind of feels kind of ship-like in a way. It will sit like that. So yeah, they could go in here, but they may have to be very like short. So I just need to have a little look and see how that would work or not. So you can see the lights, there's lots of steam in here because of Alex doing the wallpaper, but they're those kind of, I forgot what they're called, but the kind that sit on a track. It's just, you'd have to hang it. It wouldn't be a pendant anymore because you would have, that's obviously by height, you'd have to hang it like here. So you wouldn't have much, you would have such a tiny little hang, which defeats the object of a pendant light, because usually pendant lights go above islands or tables because you're not going to be walking in that spot. But obviously here is exactly where you'd be walking. So you'd have to have it hanging. No, because if anyone was taller than me, I'm 6 foot. If you're 6'4", you're going to be kind of like ducking around it. So I think we'll either keep these give them a clean and a polish, or we'll get something similar to these. And then this can look nice in the landing as you come in, which I feel like the ceiling will be higher because it's not on a beam, so it'll be up there, so you will be able to have a small hang, so like maybe like a little hang. And then at the top of the stairs, let's see where that is at the top of the stairs. Yeah, the ceiling at the top of the stairs is really high, so the other one can go at the top of the stairs. That's perfect. We desperately need to sort in here. It's become such a dumping ground. So like this stuff we need to get rid of, like that lamp, that kind of stuff, to donate and sell so that it can become a bit emptier, because it's become very messy very quickly, hasn't it, Roxy? I think Alex is done now with the wallpapering, so we're going to go and get the table. And please cross your fingers that this table fits in the back of the car, because sometimes you go and you measure and it's fine, and then you get there and it's actually not fine. Right, Alex is measuring because he was like, we're not going there if it's not going to fit. So this, it's 150 centimetres wide. And then 89 centimetres.
So the back of your chair is like 170.
Oh, okay, cool.
Then
how wide is it?
It also depends. I'm not sure it's going to be wide enough. So we've got 90 to the lip, but maybe if it's underneath, if it's going in, then it's...
Do we have those bungee hook things there?
100. There's one. There's one.
Okay. Let's give it a go then.
So if I'm lifting it in. So what was it?
89 by 150.
Okay. With the legs off it would work.
Okay, cool. We'll probably have to go back for the chairs.
Yeah.
Right, let's give it a try.
It is into it.
Do you want me to just bring that and you Tetris it? Maybe. I'm so proud of our car. We just managed to Tetris a table and 6 chairs into the back. Amazing. 120 quid.